The Duro Canyon is located near the city of Amarillo in the state of Texas. This was one of the first points that I marked on the map when I planned my route. I had never heard of this place until I found it in the travel guides, and I loved the images so much that I decided to visit it. As I traveled from Oklahoma City to Amarillo, I had to cross the desert, and I loved seeing these great endless spaces. When I was driving, I thought about the strange history of this region. The city of Amarillo is located in the Great Plains in northern Texas. The origin of its name, Amarillo, that means yellow in Spanish, is not very clear. Some people think it comes from the yellow flowers that grow during the spring. But since I visited this region in winter, I couldn't see those flowers. But I did see the yellow color of the ground, on the rocks, and on the dry grasslands. As soon as I arrived at Amarillo, I went straight to Palo Duro Canyon Park. What surprised me the most was that even a few minutes before reaching the park entrance, I could only see the immensity of the desert. From the road where I was driving, it was impossible to see that a few yards away, this gigantic canyon was hiding. Upon reaching the edge, it suddenly appeared in full extent. The canyon is 120 miles long, and its width is between 6 and 20 miles. Its depth is up to 1,000 feet. It is incredible that a canyon of this size can only be seen once you are practically inside it. The canyon was formed by the erosion of the Red River that has been washing out the rocks for millions of years, creating also the fertile valley as well. This valley has been inhabited by indigenous communities, some of them so old that it is estimated that they lived there more than 12,000 years ago. They were finally exterminated during 1874 in the Palo Duro War. Early the 20th century, during the Great Depression, the government decided to create national and state parks to provide jobs for unemployed workers. The lands were bought, the roads and infrastructure were built. These are the same constructions we see and enjoy today. The cattle and the crops left the soil exhausted, but soon nature regained its place, and the native species regained the valley. There are many distinctive desert plants, like cacti, and some perennials that can be seen all year round, but at the same time, it is hard for me to imagine how green the valley can be during spring and summer. During winter, I really enjoyed seeing dry flowers and seeding plants. They survive the low temperatures and are beautiful little treasures. The wonderful reddish color of the rocks and earth, the greens and the golds of the plants, and the deep blue of the clear desert skies create an extraordinary sight. All this abundance of colors fades at the end of the day when the sun goes down.